Well, hello, everybody. This is Adam with Two Dudes Picking, and welcome to our November 24th edition of 15 Minutes with Friends. This is the podcast where we like to get together with the friends from the reseller community by dropping the link to the StreamYard in the chat, and anybody and everybody who wants to click on it can join in backstage, and then we'll bring you in one, maybe two at a time. It all depends on how many people actually want to join in the chat. But the point of 15 Minutes with Friends is to get to know our reseller community better. 1, 2, 3 people at a time. We want to know, how did you get started in reselling? What made you, decide this was the thing for you? Do you do it full-time? Do you do it part-time? What do you resell? Where do you resell? All those awesome questions. We got a couple of people waiting to join into the chat. So I'm going to drop the link right there into the flowing StreamYard. And if you want, you can click on that chat link, the StreamYard link, and you'll show up backstage here with me. Tonight, it's just me. Gary wasn't able to join us. We have Tom's Comic Books and Reviews. Hello, Tom. Thanks for joining us tonight. Appreciate you dropping by. And Gary had something come up, so it's just me tonight, and I'll be taking it solo. But I don't like to just talk by myself, all by myself. I would like somebody to join into the chat. So to get the conversation started, let's just talk about what I did today as far as thrifting is concerned. But at any point in time during the conversation, please feel free to interrupt me, click that link in the stream, and join right in. I had an opportunity today. I found a listing on Facebook Marketplace where a gentleman had 4 Guitar Heroes guitars, an Xbox 360, a Wii remote, and a DJ Hero Renegade Edition still in the box. But unfortunately, it wasn't new. He said it was new, but it wasn't new. But that's okay. All of that stuff he listed for just $25. And I swiped it up. You better believe it. It's very rare that I find something like that on Facebook Marketplace here in the area where we live in Columbus, Georgia. So when you see it and it's a deal, you better swipe it up because it's going to go fast. So I actually ended up picking up that Facebook Marketplace pick for all those Guitar Heroes, Xbox 360, and the DJ Hero. And I got home, checked everything over, and I paid $25 for it. And modestly, I should be able to profit gross about $215. And that's awesome. That for $25 into $215, that's an amazing pickup. And I actually already listed everything. I kept one guitar for myself. It was for the Nintendo Wii or the Wii U. And I sold mine a long time ago, and I started getting nostalgic, and I wanted to play it again. So I held on to the Nintendo Wii guitar. And so taking that out of the equation, I'll probably only get about $195, $200, but that's still great. $25 into almost $200. And so everything's already listed. And things are already selling. I forgot to mention, there was a drum pedal in there as well. And that drum pedal was going good. We got somebody joining us today. Who do we have? Hello, sir. How are you doing tonight?
What's going on, man?
Hey, Dave Diggs. Dave, right?
Yep.
I appreciate you joining us tonight for 15 Minutes of Friends. Where are you located, sir?
Florida.
In Florida? How was the weather today?
Pretty crappy. Actually, it was
really
wonderful. It was actually wonderful. I love Florida, man. Everybody else has got cold weather, and we're always kicking it.
Yeah. So what, in the 80s, I assume?
Around 70s. Yeah, 75, something like that.
That's pretty nice.
Yep.
You live anywhere near the oceans?
Jacksonville area, 30 minutes away.
That's not bad.
No.
My mom lives on the Panhandle.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And Panama City Beach. And I love going down there for free beach time. You don't have to pay hotel or nothing when you got a relative.
Right.
So
where are you at?
Columbus, Georgia.
Awesome.
I'm in Columbus. My buddy Gary, he's in Alabama, Auburn, Alabama. Well, Salem, somewhere in between Columbus and Auburn. How long have you been reselling?
Oh, well, I don't really know exactly, but 5 years at least.
5 years?
Yeah.
What platforms do you sell on?
I sold on them all, but I went back to eBay only. It got to be too much cross-posting and cross-listing.
Oh, absolutely. How many were you on at one point in time?
Poshmark, Depop, Mercari, eBay. I'm sure there was a couple more in there somewhere.
Yeah.
Anything I can get on Facebook Marketplace, all of them.
There's absolutely no way I could do more than 2. And I struggled to keep up with 2.
Yeah, it was a nightmare. It was just too much.
Yeah, Mercari and eBay is what I handle.
I'm going to go back to Mercari this week, I believe.
What made you change your mind on it to begin with?
I found a girl that can actually do my cross-listing for me. So.
Oh, okay. No, I mean, like when you left Mercari, did you just leave Mercari because you had too many cross listings going on?
Yep, and at the time, for some reason, Mercari dropped. It tanked on me for some reason. I don't know what happened, and then just got to be too much. So I decided just to kill it all and go back to eBay only.
There you go. And then the cross listing is very important. How are you planning on manage the when one sells in one platform, getting it pulled?
I'm just gonna have to do the best I can. As soon as it sells, try to jump over and get it off the other one.
Yeah, that's what I do too. Yep. You get that notification, you just jump on the opposite one and pull it real quick.
I don't have many listings right now. I had like 200 or 300, but I'm back down to 100 now, or 110. I think I did about 30 listings today. So.
Oh, 30 in one day? Man, you were knocking it out.
Well, I had them drafted, so.
Oh, there you go. We had a debate a couple of days ago. Do you use your cell phone, or to take pictures? Do you use your cell phone, or do you use a digital camera of some type?
Cell phone.
Yeah.
Too much expense to go buy. Yep. Too much money to go buy one for me.
Yeah. I saw a video of yours the other day about your photo setup, man. That was pretty cool. I was digging it.
Yeah, that was my first how-to video. I was just seeing if I could get some hits on a how-to instead of just the regular haul videos and all that.
No, it was pretty good. I can say I enjoyed it because I can relate. I had a similar setup. I went very simple, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
But the setup that I had that was like yours makes me want to ask you, do you take it down and put it up all the time, or do you just leave it up?
Yep, I got it where it rolls up, and during the day while the wife's at work, I drop it down and do that's only for clothing though, the one I have that rolls down. My other setup is in my office right here in front of me. It stays set up.
Well, that's
for
good.
Like hard goods and stuff like that.
So do your lights stay up?
Yeah.
Okay. That was part of the problem.
Not the ones for the clothing, no. I bring them in and out every time. I have to set up for clothing every single time. It's kind of a pain, but
I hear you.
All I got.
I want to say hey to Rebel Junk real quick. I appreciate you joining us tonight. New face in the crowd. I really appreciate that. Thanks so much. Couponing with Jermaine. We lost Dave. I'm going to tell him, Dave, we lost you. He should be coming back real quick. There he is. There he is.
I am.
All right, you're back. We got Couponing with Jermaine, man. Thanks for coming back, my friend. Jermaine's a good one. South Carolina. Always joining us here at Two Dudes Picking. I appreciate that, buddy. So I got to ask you a question, Dave. With your camera setup, and you say you take it up and down with the clothes and whatnot, does that make you want to come up with somewhat of a more permanent solution to make take down and put up easier?
Absolutely. I've actually got a barn that I'm trying to buy for my mother right now. It's
okay.
24 by 40 or something like that. A big giant place that I'm going to try to make everything permanent and have like just a big warehouse type thing.
Yeah. You got,
it looks like tired of bringing it up and down.
Had photos set up right there.
What was that?
You got inventory and photos all set up right there. It looks like I can see your lights in your inventory.
Yep.
What space are you in?
This is only like a 12 by 14.
A bedroom?
No, it's an office. I turned a dining room type thing into a regular office.
That's cool. Well, what do you like to sell? What's your like?
I don't really have a particular thing. I started off with clothing. I did clothing for like 3 years, almost exclusively. Then learned that there were other things out there besides clothing. And after that, I just sell anything.
Well, let me turn it the other way. Is there anything you definitely won't sell?
Nope.
So what about if it's way too big?
You wouldn't believe some of the things I've shipped. I shipped crazy things. I shipped a vintage Schwinn exercise bike one time, and I should have took a video, but I just started YouTube at that time, but it was a crazy nightmare. I'll ship anything.
You'll ship anything. Wow, that's crazy. I think the heaviest thing I ever shipped was a wheelchair, but it would collapse, so it went flat, And then after that, I was like, no more. The guy spent just as much on the shipping as he did on the wheelchair. So not again. Now, my buddy Jermaine here, who's also in the chat, I see him ship some big pieces of exercise equipment. And I haven't sold it yet, but I got an ab lounger too. And it's pretty big and pretty heavy as well. And I've got a box to put it in, but I haven't sold it yet, so I haven't actually boxed it up yet. I kind of not looking forward to that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I charge like $200 on that exercise bike just for shipping, so I still made money just on the shipping on that one.
Yeah.
Yep.
They must have been a hurt for an exercise bike.
It was in excellent shape though. It was very old vintage Schwinn, everything. It was immaculate. There wasn't a spot on it.
And Schwinn is a good name.
Yep.
I guess I didn't realize they did exercise equipment as much as I thought that they just did bikes, but
yep.
Okay, I'm not really surprised, but that makes sense. So your YouTube channel, how long have you been YouTubing?
I think it's only been about 8 months or something, not very long.
Okay. That's not bad though. How are you enjoying it?
The editing's killing me. It takes away from my eBay so much that's the only downfall about it is editing time.
What's your
Because I don't have the personality that everybody else does. Just sit there and talk and ramble on. So I put a bunch into my editing and everything. So
yeah, I like how you pop up your solds and your profits, and you list the numbers on screen. I personally like that. I haven't gotten around to that because I guess to each their own. The editing,
the
editing software I use, I don't really I don't have a really good text option. Do you do it on your computer or on a cell phone? Your editing?
Mainly cell phone. I got like 3 different programs on my cell phone that I use because like one app will have some features that I like that another one won't. So I have to go through like 3 different apps to get my videos done.
And are you using Apple or Android?
Apple.
Apple. I was gonna ask if you could recommend the app, but I'm on Android.
Yeah.
I hear they got a really good built-in video editing software.
I just had trouble with iMovie recently, and that's why I started going to the other 2. I would get almost all the way done with my video. I'd spend 6 or 8 hours on a video sometimes, and it would be damaged. I have to start all over or just scratch the whole video.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that would be horrible.
Yeah, so and
you already kind of don't like spending the time to edit to begin with.
Yep, especially not being monetized or anything. I love doing YouTube. I love doing content and very creative doing those type of videos and everything. So I enjoy it, but I have to make money too.
So what are the apps you use for anybody else who may be using an Apple and need some help?
I use iMovie, InShot, and I just got a new one is Vita, I think. Yeah, VITA. I just started using it.
Now the InShot is one of the 2 I use on Android.
Yeah, I love InShot. That's the bulk of what I use for all my videos.
I needed to, and maybe InShot can do it, and I just hadn't figured it out. I kept looking, even though I was using InShot, I kept looking because I wanted to be able to put in the overlay pictures of the sold and things like that. And I couldn't figure out how to do an overlay on top of the movie while it's playing at the same time.
Right. I can tell you real quick, actually.
It can be done in InShot, though?
Yep. It took me a minute because I used the picture in a picture on iMovie to do it. But in InShot, it was called something different. I don't know what it's called. I'll check it out real quick.
Yeah, I'll have to look at that because the one I have that allows me to do it really well also has a bunch of nice built-in sounds and MP3 clips and stuff like that. But it has a limit of 15 minutes. So it won't export a movie that's longer than 15 minutes. So if I need to do a 16-minute or a 30 or something, I've got to do 2 and then put them together in InShot and then export it in InShot. And that's why I use 2. So if I can figure out how to do everything in InShot, which I did pay for a long time ago, I might as well use it. Yeah, I'm going to have to keep playing with InShot.
Just go to the sticker. When it shows you where you add a sticker, you click on it, and it'll have a little icon for your photo gallery. You can bring anything out of your photo gallery or whatever and then put it in there.
There it is. I was looking for the wrong thing.
Yep. It took me a while. You wouldn't think it'd be under stickers of all things, but yeah, it's there.
I was looking for what I used to always call it, which is called an overlay. And I couldn't ever find overlay. So I'm going to look into that. Thanks. You helped me out. I appreciate that, Dave.
No problem.
I'll probably start. I'm already working on another movie. The one I'm using is called CapCut, CAPCUT, and it's on Android. I don't honestly know if it's on iPhone or not, but it was free. But it's got a 15-minute limitation, so I guess you get what you pay for there. Right?
Yep.
But I'll have to figure that one out in InShot. I bet you that would be really cool if I can figure that one out.
Well,
We're working on a
this is
new
my first
series of
time
videos. I'm sorry?
Go ahead. This is my first time on here. Is there any way for me to see the chat going on?
Oh, to be honest with you, this is I'm usually always the host, so it's always on my side of the screen. Are you in full screen?
No.
Okay.
So it's private chat on one side, and then when I hit log in a minute ago, it shot me off. That's why I got dropped off.
Yeah, I don't.
I'll figure it out.
We got we don't have a whole lot going on in the chat right now. I think Rebel Junk and Couponing with Jermaine may still be in there. Tom's comic books and reviews may still be in there as well. But I'm not sure. From my side of the screen, I've got all my guest stuff saying guests can see viewer comments checked. I've never been on your side of the screen. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's my first time.
Cool. So I was just wondering if you sell anything, what's the least you'll sell? What's the are you willing to sell something for $2-3?
No, I used to, but not anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what? You got a minimum
requirement
on cost?
Do what?
You got a minimum requirement on how much you'll list it for?
Not. Yeah, pretty much. I guess $20 or something. I do list things for under $20, but it's usually like when you buy a lot of things and you end up with some extra free things on the side, then I'll list them if they're free or whatever. But I would try not to buy anything that's going to list for under 20.
Yeah, I got you.
Other than fast sellers, I mean, something like a Bop It or something, I know I'm going to get 18 or $20 for real quick, or the little handheld solitaire games or something of that nature that I know is going to sell fast. Those are exceptions, of course. But
so do you have a minimum amount you want to make per anything you pick up? For me, for example, mine's usually like I want to make at least $10, or I shoot for at least 4 times on my money.
I'm usually 4 to 5 times my money is the sweet spot I like to stay at least, bare minimum. But again, it all depends on how I get the items or where I get them. Never know.
I want to say say hello to Sal. Kind of mix those two together. Hey Sal, thanks for coming out tonight, buddy. Appreciate you joining us.
But my average sale prices went way up, so everything really averages out. Because like today, I listed 30 items and I sold 2 within an hour. I sold 1 in 3 minutes, both of them for over $50. So
what were they?
Milwaukee toolbox, a vintage metal Sawzall box. It went for $50 plus $12.99 shipping, and then a pair of shoes went for $50, free shipping.
What type of shoes?
They were a new brand, Macbeth, I think they were called. Brand I'd never seen it, never heard of them before either.
How long
could have got more of them. The quick as they sold, I probably could have got more for them.
I was about to say, didn't you say you just listed them today and they sold today?
Within 3 minutes, it was almost an instant sale.
Were they new or used?
Used. Yep.
Wow, Macbeth, MACBETH.
Yep.
Women's shoes or men's shoes?
Men's shoes. They were like skater shoes, like kind of a Van style.
That is a new name I'm going to be looking out for, especially if they sold within 3 minutes.
Yep.
What'd you pay up front? Do you remember?
Like $4. It was cheap. I don't hardly pay. I very rarely pay up for anything. It's got to be a real deal for me to pay up.
Oh yeah. What's your week like? Do you go thrifting only on certain days or just whenever you feel like it? What's your week like?
I normally like to hit Friday and Saturday garage sales. That's my main thing. And then if I got time to go during the week, I hit thrift stores. Garage sales is my main thing.
You know, I didn't ask. I'm sorry, I didn't. Is this your full-time job or just a part-time hobby for you?
Full-time. It's full-time.
Yeah. And it's passing, it's got you everything you need. You're happy, right?
Yeah, it pays all my bills and everything, and I still got money to still invest into eBay. I should be a lot further at this point in eBay and as far as my money and income and everything, but I've lived off of it. A lot of people have initial money to startup money or whatever to start off with. I had nothing and had to build from nothing.
Well, that I can applaud that. That's really good. I only do it as part-time, and I took like $20 and I said, let's see what I can do. And then I paid that $20 back to the bank once I made $20, and yeah, I can honestly say I enjoy doing it just part-time. I don't want to jump to a full-time, but let's say if the good Lord ever made me force my hand into it, I probably could pick it up, right?
Yep.
Already got a good foundation going. I could just multiply, right?
Yep.
Cool. Well, Dave, we're at the 15-minute mark, and I wanted to see if anybody else wanted to join in with us tonight. I really appreciate you clicking on that link and joining.
Well, thanks for having me on, man.
Yeah, man. I feel free to do it again in the future. This isn't a one-time thing. If you ever wanted to just chit chat about something specific, just come on in. We do it every other Tuesday at 9. So,
absolutely. I think I got my nerves all taken care of now. It'll be a little easier next time.
It's all good. You did great.
All right, thanks.
I'm gonna give you an opportunity if you want it to do some shameless plugging on for your social medias or YouTube or anything like that.
Yeah, let's check me out on YouTube. I need some subscribers. I'm at, I think, 24 away from 400 right now. So
nice.
Could definitely use a couple extra subscribers if anybody's into my kind of videos.
And it's Dave's Digs on both platforms.
Daves, and yes, I spell it with Davs because there's so many Daves in the community. It's just crazy. Every single time I go somewhere, it was, hey, Dave, and I didn't know who they were talking to. So if you want to call me Davs, that's fine, but it's Daves.
Okay. Yeah, I honestly, when I read it, I instantly read Dave's. So
yeah,
I got it right.
Awesome. Thanks.
All right. Hey, I wanted to ask you, how did you make your shovel scoop animation?
I had somebody do it on Fiverr.
Ah, yes. That's the third time I've heard somebody say Fiverr to me, so I need to look into that.
I've actually got another channel that does the same scoops for another channel. So yeah, he's a pretty good guy.
Good
if
deal.
You want to get something done, let me know. I'll give you his name there on Fiverr.
Okay, I probably will reach out to you about that because we've got I've got another hobby I'm fixing to work on YouTube. Gary's fixing to pick up another one, and we've all got little pieces of work to do. So I might do that. Does he do more than just animation? Does he do just like graphic design, logos?
I'm sure he does. Yeah, he did all that. I just gave him a sketch of what I wanted, and it came out exactly what I wanted. So I'm sure he can do anything.
I'll reach out to you on social media about that, probably on Instagram. Appreciate it, buddy.
Right. Yeah, man.
You have a good night, my friend. I'll put your Thanks for having me on. Channel in the description for anybody who watches this in the replay, so that you can go down in the description and click on Dave's Digs and subscribe to his channel.
All right, guys. Thanks for having me. Later.
Bye-bye. Well, that was awesome. I'm glad Dave clicked on that link and joined us in. And I put the link there for anybody else who wants to join with us. Just click on the link in the chat, and it'll bring you into the backstage here so that I see you pop up on my backstage, and then I'll bring you into the chat and we'll get to learn more about you. What do you do to resell? How do you resell, and what do you resell? How long have you resold? Those type of questions. But until the next guest comes in, I'll finish my story. I was telling y'all about the Facebook Marketplace pickup I had. I listed all of that equipment. It was 4 guitars. I kept one. So 3 guitars, Xbox 360, a drum pedal, and a DJ Hero Renegade Edition. And I've already sold, and a Wii remote. And I've already sold 1 guitar, the Wii remote, and the pedal. Made all my money back instantly off the Wii remote. No, the drum pedal, sorry. And everything else is just going to be great. It's going to be about a $200 pickup for $25. And that's what I did today. Yesterday, I took a day off of work, and I had a major listing day. I listed over 30 items, maybe 29 to 30. I'm not sure. I didn't really count. Don't hold me to that. But man, I'll tell you what, when you list and you have the opportunity to just list, the sales will come in, because yesterday was a great day of sales. Today again was another great day of sales, simply because you list. So my motivation to you would be take your pictures, have them available so that wherever you are, wherever you go, if you got a minute, you can just list it. And that is the best way to get things going. Hey, we got somebody popping up right here. So, hey, Jermaine, what's up, buddy?
What's going on, man? Can you hear me?
Hear you just fine. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, man. I can hear you.
Excellent.
All right.
Coupingwith with Jermaine. I'm so glad you joined us tonight.
All right.
Too bad Gary wasn't able to join us because he's always wanting to talk to you too, man.
Yeah, I was prepared to talk to him, but I was prepared to talk to anybody today. So yeah, I'm here today. So
good deal, my friend.
Right.
You're in South Carolina, right?
Yep, Columbia, South Carolina.
Excellent. I won't say the name of the company that I work for because I like to keep it private, but we got a sister company over there, and I've been there once or twice. So if I ever have to come out there again after COVID dies down, I'll look you up. Well, maybe we can meet up.
Yeah, we can do that. We can source. We can do. Yeah, we can meet up. That's fine.
We should do that. You can show me the best places to go.
Oh yeah, I got some good spots. I got some mom and pop spots that I've been hitting lately. So yeah, they pretty good too.
Excellent. Did you have you sold any exercise equipment again recently?
I sold an inversion table. That was
I saw your video on that.
That inversion table was hell. It was crazy. But I got it right. I was just looking for boxes. That's my thing now. I've been trying to find like boxes, but like cheap boxes. I've been looking around, going to like furniture stores, trying to get boxes. So if I get a box, if it can fit in the box, then I'm good to go.
That making boxes is fun to me, but it's one of the hardest things to do. Some odd shaped things out there to ship.
It is. So we have to get like this trimmer, like it's like a cardboard trimmer, wood trimmer thing, and it reshape the wood, reshape the cardboard, and like it can cut it to where like we need it to bend and like get it right. So that's one good thing about it. It's just you're right. It just come out looking so like Frankenstein-y. That's why it is a Frankenbox for some reason.
Frankenbox and them USPS boxes together. Cannon Picking, what's up, fellas? We're doing great. How are you, buddy? Real quick, Dave said something here. Woohoo, my first live. Thanks for having me on. I needed to get over the nerves, and your 15-minute thing makes it awesome for a newbie. I'm glad we could help with that, Dave. I really am glad. And again, like I said, next time you want to, we can. And he used to he said he lived in Florence. Is that near you?
Oh yeah, that is. That's like a good 30, 45 minutes. So okay. Yeah, that in Greenville where Prisoner Prophet lived, Dante. So but yeah, so South Carolina's Columbia, South Carolina, actually it's kind of like a plexi. It's kind of like the midway. And you live in Georgia, right? In Columbus. See, that's like Augusta is kind of like the midway for Georgia and South Carolina. We have Augusta, South Carolina, and y'all have Augusta, Georgia. You know, one line just right there and right across the way. So that's like a 3-hour trip too. So I've been meaning to take a trip there. A little chatty.
Cool. Hey, if you do, hit me up and maybe I'll take a day off work. We can I can show you the stores around our place. I was curious, what is your favorite things to sell?
My favorite things to sell lately, since we've been talking about it, is like clothes and stuff. Let's go that way because those exercise equipment has kind of been overwhelming, but the profit is pretty though. It's just like shipping is just like I've been having problems with FedEx lately. So now I've been doing pickup because when I go drop it off at FedEx, they're saying like the boxes, they look too Franken like boxing. They was like, they can't take it. I have to take it to the main like FedEx. So I just been scheduling a pickup and they'll take it and ship it right to it. But clothes, hats, I just sold like 2 hats, a Patagonia and like a FBI hat. So like those are easy for me to ship out. I put them in boxes too, so I won't like crack the brim or I won't crack the hat. So I put each one in the box too. So I pride myself on shipping. So that's one thing that I do.
Oh, I can totally relate. Like hats, for example, like you were saying, I don't like to put hats in a bag, in a poly bag. It'll get smashed. The brim could get crushed.
Right.
The part right here, if it's one of those stiff ball hats, could get crushed. I put it in a box as well. I totally agree with you on that.
The
what do you do as far as like keeping it nice and crisp in the box? Do you wrap it in anything?
Yeah, I got just regular like plastic bags. Well, not
Mhm.
regular plastic bags. I have like they kind of industrial plastic bags, and I do have like dryer sheets too. But my dryer sheets, they're not like scented. They smell like linen, fresh linen. I
Mm.
try to put a dryer sheet in each one. I have been getting good feedback about the dryer sheets. It was one time where I got bad feedback, but that's because I sprayed it down and didn't let my stuff dry, and it just smelled like real fragrancy. But I use like a specific dryer sheets and my and wrap it in my plastic bag, and my for my clothes use two sheets, one on top and one on the bottom, and then I put it in the plastic bag, and then I put it in a polymer bag. That way when it come out it can smell crisp and clean, it can look crisp and clean because I have a clothes folder as well, like a shirt folder too. So
Yeah.
yeah, I try to do that.
That is something I have not heard, and I like. That is neat. I'm gonna do a test with that. I have clear cellophane bags. Like you, I fold them up. I fold the shirt up and then I'll pack it after it's ready to go. I've listed it and it's just waiting to be bought.
Mm.
I'll put it in a clear cellophane bag and put it in
Yep,
these totes behind my head, right?
yep, me
Um,
too. Right here, right
I,
here.
I need to I'll practice that on a couple of my shirts. Maybe it'll get that Goodwill smell out of them.
It yes, if in some shirts you can't like wash, sometimes you gotta dry clean. If you can't dry clean, sometimes you gotta like hand wash them. So like that'll work for that too if you can't wash them at all. Because there's certain clothes I sell, like kids' clothes as well, and like certain like fabric, like corduroy, different fabric. So like I try to like do that as well. And you're right, I put them back there, and I also put my dryer sheets in the bins as well, not just in the packaging, but I try to put like 3 to 4 in the bin so it can like have it smelling fresh. You're right, get that Goodwill, like you know,
Yeah.
thrift smell out.
I don't know if they like make their own scent or something, but in our area, even all the way up to Noonan, they're all ran by the same Goodwill franchising company, and they all have the same scent. And it's just it's like Waffle House. You walk in and you walk out, and you know you've been at a Waffle House.
Yeah, you can just smell like that bacon and syrup.
Yeah, it's the same with our Goodwill. And you walk in, you walk out, you got a bag of their clothes. You know you've been to their Goodwill.
You smell just like that bag, like yeah.
Yeah, my dog is always sticking his nose in the bag as soon as I walk in the door. He loves
Dang.
smelling strangers' clothes.
Yeah, that's what it is. Like strangers' clothes, kind of like Plato's closet. Sometimes it kind of
Yeah.
get that smell. So
Do you do any sourcing at Plato's? You ever find any good deals?
Uh, I haven't lately due to the COVID fiasco. Everybody, like people scared to turn in their clothes here,
Yeah.
but I found some. I found a few deals, a few items, shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love shoes.
Have you ever turned things over to Plato's trying to like, I don't know, maybe you found it at Goodwill on half day or something and you could get more money for it at Plato's?
I have not done that yet. I don't know who I seen or said something about that. Was that you? But
I did one with a bin, but it was a free bin that was given to me. I'd never actually gone like to Goodwill, gone sourcing, looked for things at Goodwill to know I could take over to Plato's to get like $5 or $6. But I did it with a free bin that my step nephew gave me when he went off to college because he's a reseller too. Um, I offered him half the money for it, and he just didn't take it. So,
also sound like that might have been a good thing to do. I
yeah,
might do that when I need to clear my inventory out and get
yeah.
some stuff out. I think that's a good idea.
Rather than maybe taking it back to Goodwill and getting nothing for it, you could take it to Plato's, see if you'll get something for it, and then whatever's left, then you can maybe you got 2 Plato's in your area, and the other one you could try it too.
Well, I know we have one, so I'll try that one. It's kind of far out, but it's not too far. It's still in Columbia, so I think I need to try that out. They open on select days, but
I don't know.
I'll try. I here they're open on select days, so I'll look it out though. I'll check that out.
So yeah, I mean, that's a good idea, I guess, if you have old inventory, but you're either gonna just either have your own yard sale or you're going to donate it back. I don't know what other options you could have. Just try Plato's Closet, see if they would take it. I did also now there's not a have you ever heard of Play It Again Sports?
I never heard of that. I
So it's
don't think
kind of like
anybody has.
Plato's Closet, except it's for sports equipment. We used to have one in Columbus, but it went away a long time ago. and I found one in Fayetteville, Georgia. So my brother-in-law lived in Fayetteville. So when I went up there to visit him, 4th of July, I took a whole bunch of sports equipment with me that I hadn't gotten rid of, like bats and tennis rackets and stuff, and golf clubs. And they didn't take everything, but I ended up getting like $65-$70 back of just stale inventory, right? I mean,
Right.
I kept up with how much I spent in my spreadsheet, but at this point, I'm like, I'm not selling it. I just want to get something back for it. So I got at least $65-$70 back in my pocket. And I just told them, whatever you don't want, just scrap metal the rest of it.
And what is that called again? Play it again.
Play It Again Sports.
Play It Again Sports. Okay,
Yeah.
that's in Fayetteville. Whew.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure they got more. I had to Google search it, but the closest one to me in Columbus was in Fayetteville. And I won't make too many trips to Fayetteville anymore because they moved. So I'll have to come up with another way to get rid of my old sports equipment.
Sports equipment. Yeah, I got a lot of golf clubs and stuff I'm trying to push nowadays, even though the season is over with.
Do you play golf?
I don't play golf at all. I learned how to play golf. I do know how to play it though. That was one of like our things at school here in South Carolina. And, you know, we are around like golf and like tennis, like Hilton Head and all those where they host like the stuff. So that's where the gold mine is here, like golf stuff and equipment. And schools, they teach golf a lot. So I do know how to play golf.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I don't honestly know, for the diehard golfers, there's not an off season. I know guys who I work with who will get the annual passes to the golf clubs and golf courses. They'll play it all the time, all year long, in the cold, in the wind, not in the rain. But so golf, there's no off season really.
Yeah, they are diehards. Yeah, definitely.
Well, what's your favorite sport? Do you like to play? Do you like to watch football or play football or do anything like that?
I watch a little football here and there. It's
okay. You know, wrong topic, huh?
No, it's cool. No, I like football. My favorite team is Steelers. My mom's favorite team is Cowgirls or Cowboys, if you want to call it that. You know, so you know, we got our rivals going on around here. We do sports. We just all around sports around basketball. Lakers, my team. Well, was my team. They got to tighten up a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Some trades and some, you know, people coming on and leaving off. We ain't gonna talk too much about them, but you know, some big stars going on right now. So we gonna keep them with it. You know,
I don't mean to pry at a wound.
Oh. Yeah, you know,
I'm not big on basketball per se, and I've just never been. And the only reason why I even watch college football is because I needed to have something to talk about at the office. Here in the South, everybody's talking about football during the fall. So I just started watching so that could be part of the conversation. But I'm not a huge football fan either.
Well, yeah, that's how it goes. Here in the South, like you said, it's all about the sports. It's all about the football here. Well, I live right around the corner from the USC basketball coach. So, you know, she's big on football in the community. I mean, basketball in the community. And, you know, so it's sports are all around here. But it's good to get away sometimes from it.
I've been meaning to ask you a question, and I want to take this opportunity since you're in here. How did you come up with that awesome idea for that Halloween video?
Okay, so I got some things in the work for my channel. I don't want to give too much away, but I got some things. It's kind of like a correlation to what I got going on with my channel. I'm gonna develop my channel when the new year comes. I'm dropping a few things, you know, I'm changing up a few things and I'm adding a few things. So, you know, it was kind of a homage to being like the death of couponing with Jermaine.
I got you.
Couponing with Jermaine, you know, so, you know, and just, it's not going to be a death. Just remember, I don't die, but hint, hint, I multiply. I don't die, I multiply. So that's a good.
I thought that was some really cool editing you had going on with the guy walking behind you and you getting scared and hiding in the wood pile. And I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it quite a bit. Very good. Very good job.
Yeah. So yeah, all of that is like a foreshadow to like this new channel that's gonna like blossom. So the death of Couponer Jermaine it's gonna be a rebirth of a whole new channel.
I love it. I love the opportunity you have here of setting it up you know, setting up
Right.
the rebirth. I love
And
that.
and you even like it's getting you already. You like the editing and stuff. Okay, you'll see. You'll see.
Yeah.
It ain't just the editing. It's I don't die. I multiply.
Yeah, right. That'd be great. That'd
Okay.
be awesome. Well,
You-
hey, let me give you an opportunity here to plug your YouTube, plug your Instagram, anything you want to leave with the chat or the people who are watching this after the fact. And again, I'll make sure to to link your YouTube channel in the description below, guys. So if you're watching this on a replay, go down to the description and click on Jermaine's YouTube channel and subscribe to him. Anything you want to leave with
All right, guys. So Instagram is couponing with Jermaine. My YouTube is couponing with Jermaine. I just watch my videos. You can learn. I'm giving out some information. Like I said, I'm gonna be developing my channel so that way it can be more like reseller friendly. So that way you guys will be prone to watching it. So yeah, guys. And another thing about you said the minimum of when I walk into a thrift store. I know you didn't ask me that question, and I know I'm probably passing the time. But the minimum that I want to walk in, because I've been like I got a lot of stuff in my inventory that I gotta like minimize, because the net profit of it is like $2. You know, and I don't want to do that no more. The minimum will be $25. And that's for on the low end. When I pay up, like I only pay up like for like boots that I know I'm going to get like 60 or 50 to or more up. So I pay like no more than $10 to $12 on the boots. That's paying up to me. You know, so
Okay.
you know, I just got to get it right. I'm trying to, get my profits together and keep written and keep like stuff. Like I'm trying to get organized with my books and all that now. So that's
Definitely.
what I'm focusing on now. So
Do you keep it in some type of Excel or any kind of tracking software right now? Just a notebook? There you go. It's better than nothing. It truly is. Look, I mean, I I have to go through I keep up my receipts just so that I don't lose sight of what I've purchased. And I may lose sight of when I've listed it, but I always go back and update an Excel spreadsheet because I like to know the timeline it's been listed, the category it belongs in, what I bought it for, how much it actually sold for, versus
right,
how much I listed it for. That's a big deal too.
it definitely is, because people don't know. Like they just think they're just listening willy nilly and like don't know like the net profit may not be as much as you think. So
Mm-mm.
that's your
And you
profit
learn a
period.
lot when you look at your history. You know what I'm you know what I
And
mean, don't you?
and you start repeating. That's the problem. The history keeps repeating itself. So that's what I'm trying to do now. So
Yeah. Sounds like you're on the right track, buddy.
thank you, and I'm glad I got to be here too, because it's been a long time coming.
No, I really appreciate you clicking that link. So happy that you did so we could get to know you. You know what? If you see Gary and I on this in a future one, he's got lots of questions for you too.
Yeah, okay,
All right.
good. Yeah, I could be happy. More than happy.
Let me share something with you real quick before you go. Sal here says he's gonna definitely check out your channel. So that's excellent. Oh,
Thank
look
you.
there. Just subbed. Appreciate you, Sal. Thanks for
I
your
got a
support.
video coming up tomorrow morning, so be on the lookout.
Definitely.
Yeah, thank y'all.
Thanks, Jermaine. I really appreciate you joining us tonight.
All
And
right,
we'll make
thank
sure
y'all.
we get your channel down in the description for everybody to see. Hope
Y'all
you
hit
have
me up. You too. Take care.
take it easy, buddy.
All right.
That's excellent. Man, I really enjoy talking with Dave and Jermaine about their reselling adventures and what they get into and what they sell. And it inspires me. You learn from these people and you learn from your friends, you learn from the community. Like he was saying, he puts a dryer sheet in the bag with his hat or a dryer sheet into the shirt just to help it be fresh with that linen smell by the time it gets to the customer. And I'm big on customer service. I've always been big on customer service, and I'm going to really test that theory out and see how it goes. Hopefully it will do its job of getting rid of that goodwill smell out of the clothes, So that'd be awesome. Dave, appreciate you jumping in too. I know you were saying that you were a bit nervous, but I hope we helped you through that. And maybe it'll even help you with your YouTube videos in the future or joining in someone else's live show in the future. But I really enjoyed talking with both of you guys. If there's anybody else in the chat that would like to jump in with us, there is a link right there. Let's see, it's 9:45 p.m. We got at least time for one more guest to jump in with us so that we can learn more about you. We have, that I know of, we got Sal and we got Cannon Picking in the comments. We got Rebel Junk, who she says that she's still here listening. So don't be afraid. Click on that link and join me here in the chat. Carolina Hustler just joined us. Thank you, my friend. How are you tonight, Casey? Dude, I've sold 2 of those golf clubs, and I've made a ton just off those 2 all by themselves, man. I love learning golf clubs from you, Casey. All right, check it out. We got a new guest coming in. We got Cannon Picking in the comments. We got Rebel Junk. Hey, could you turn down the volume or something a little bit? So there you go. Don't be afraid. Click on that link and join me. Can you hear me? Carolina Hustler just joined us. Thank you, my friend.
You there, man?
I'm here. I can hear the echo coming through.
I'm not going to kill your last, like I killed your last video, man. You're good to go.
Excellent, excellent. You doing all right? What's your name, buddy?
My name is Jeff. I go by Jeff. Everybody just calls me Cannon. I've been reselling for a long time, since probably about 2003, and then started going full time and then about 2013. And a lot of personal things happened in my family, and my father was ill. We had a baby on the way, so we weren't going to have anybody be able to watch her. My mom was going to kind of deal with it. My dad actually, in the end, it came out all right, but I've been selling for a very long time. When I even sold back in the days where you had to go to the post office and get your money order, and wait in line to get paid. And then you had to there was no such thing. I don't think that back then there was printing labels out. I think you had to do everything by hand back in those time periods.
Man alive, you gotta love technology, don't you?
Oh man, it makes some things change dramatically because I stopped doing it for a while because of work, and I worked a lot of hours. But I was able, back in, I think, 1999, collectible market was really good. I was able to pay all my debt, get it down for a house. So it was a different time period. There was less competition. Collectible market was a lot better back then. It still is good in certain areas, whatever is trending or popular now. But back in the days, it seemed like anything you listed back then, it seemed like most of the time you would get something on it. And that was a lot more auction driven. Nowadays, I think society's changed. A lot more people just want to buy the item. And the only thing I put on auction are things that that are rare, that's not on eBay, that I can't find anything, or something that's going to draw demand. I'd hate to sell something, and I buy it now where I could have got more money for it. So, some things have changed over the years, I've noticed. But I've just been trying to get my Q4 stuff on. The rest of my Christmas stuff, I'm tired of listing Christmas stuff, but I got to get it done. Because
you got to list Christmas at the time. People are going to be shopping in 2 days.
Yeah, it's definitely a deadline week. I've been selling. I sold some vintage glass ornaments. That's why I got worried the other night when I was watching you. I was kind of distracted. I was doing like multiple things going in and out of my office. That's why I was like, man, I better hit him about the bubble wrap.
Yeah, I did. I really appreciate that, man. I ended up, I had already put them on the front porch for pickup. And what we're talking about, Cannon saw me taking some pictures listing these vintage Christmas tree toppers that are made of mercury glass, very old, from the 70s. Okay, maybe that's not very old, but for that, they're from the 70s. And he hit me up and he said, I saw you wrap them in tissue, but I really think you need to go ahead and double support it with that bubble wrap. So I followed your opinion and your advice, and I went and I got the both boxes off of my front porch, and I wrapped them in some bubble wrap, and they're floating. They're like on air.
Good, man. Yeah, that's good. Because you want to go through that return and stuff, man. I did that years and years ago with Flips and Floyd. Something was like $100, man, and I was just like, there's nothing I can do. I mean, it's one of those situations. So that wasn't a good situation. So I ended up registering the refund. She was complaining about the way I packed, but I was younger back then. I didn't quite know. I was still, I didn't ship a lot of fragiles, and there wasn't a lot of YouTube back in those days, but yeah, as far as regarding everything now, if you need to learn how to do anything on eBay, like the other day I just looked at cleaning plush. I bought a whole bunch of plush. I think you follow me on Instagram. Did you see all that plush I bought? All over my floor, there was like bags and bags and bags. For the thrift store. I picked those up, and so I'm starting to get and trying to branch out a little bit. I try to branch out into every market because I get bored of selling certain things and try to switch it up every now and then. When I'm listing, I'll go get something a little different, come back, especially if you're like shorting like certain like dealing with Legos or Duplos or something, or building games or looking at vintage games, checking the parts. Gets tedious, so you got to go to close for a few minutes, do a couple close listings. That way you don't get tired and you kind of get burned out of it. That's what I do anyway.
That makes complete sense. You don't want to get burnt out because then you'll end up making it a job that you don't want to wake up to go to every day, right?
Yep, you had it, and I had a really good job, and I had to take some time of work and then made a life decision to change, as far as being stay at home when my daughter was born, and I've been doing it for a while. I mean, I'm gonna get into the video game, but I mean, kind of it's stalling because in California, everything's distant learning, and my wife goes to work. She has a good job, thank God, and so I'm able to stay home with her during the day and do my stuff. She hates going to the thrift store though with me, so I can't do the video till she goes back because all you hear is, "Are you done yet? Are ready to go?" Things like that in the background. So
my wife and your wife must know each other.
I even tried to get her. I was like, "Hey, we'll make some videos. Throw you on there. Help that out." Yeah, she said she'd rather go to the dentist, so that puts it in perspective.
I wanted to ask you a question. When you said you started reselling in 2003, right?
Well, even further than that, but
okay.
Active, as far as I was really part-time. I was just doing some yard sales here and there when I had that chance, but now about 2013 is full-time.
So where did you sell? Did you start on eBay or were you doing something locally?
Yeah,
market? What were you doing?
No, straight eBay. I started with eBay. I didn't start. What happened is when this COVID thing happened, I was doing it. I have my own, you learn from just going to yard sales for years and years. So you eventually kind of see things, you research it. So that's how I learned. When COVID started back in, in March, that's when I started watching the videos of everybody else. So then I jumped to mercari. I do mercari. Now I do Depop. I also started putting on Grail. I try Poshmark, man. That's like alien to me, man. All that sharing, and I can't do it, man. I'm not, I'm not that social media savvy. So as far as that goes, so I do sell clothes, but I kind of stick to eBay and Posh. One day I'm gonna learn to try to do it, but I know you only have so much hours in the day to get all your stuff listed. I try to list as much as I can every day.
So what is your number one category that you enjoy the most?
There's really not, man. I mean, I can be honest with you. I used to like video games. Now it's becoming, in where I live, it's how hard to get, like Facebook pop up. Man, you better be on it. And it's there's certain people in the area that have like a monopoly. I mean, every yard sale, I know where to go, and I try to hit the people up on Craigslist before I get there to try to make deals before. And it's just becoming, it's like I'm like at 10% success rate lately, and I'm just like kind of like out of that now. I mean, I do buy them when I see them. I'm kind of going through the clothes kick now because, the clothes things, you never can run out. It's not hard to find clothes. You just keep looking, you'll run into it. So I'm starting to get into a little branch into that. Toys, I used to do I do a lot of toys. Anything, man. Basically, there's not one thing that I mean, anything that can net me the most profit. I always go for those items first, then I'll piggyback down to the smaller items. If I go right to the high items, but for the stability of the game, selling online, the small items is what's really keeps you consistent. You're gonna, like I sold a few minutes ago, Fisher Price Thanksgiving Little People set from 2003. I just got sold it for $59. I had like less than 5 in it. So, everything varies. I mean, I sold these stickers the other day from a retired teacher. I knew they were collectible, but I didn't know the magnitude. I sold 3 sheets. One sold for $92, a $95.
What? Stickers?
Stickers. Yeah, stickers. If you go look at my Instagram, it's on there right now. I just put I have sold 3. See, I'm talking sheets. I'm not talking like a pack. I'm
Yeah.
talking like a sheet. It's a sandy lion. It's these shiny teddy bears.
Okay.
I didn't have an idea they were that high of value. I thought maybe I'd get like 25, $30 maybe. But when I got into the hundreds, there was 25 watchers within a day. And then I started getting bids. I thought I had my phone, I was doing something with the wife in the room, and I hear it going ching ching, and I'm like, man, I'm selling a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Well, hell was this one auction. So, and it was early, and that's why I started at $9.99, the first one. And then
Wow, you lucked out on that one, didn't you?
oh yeah, I got it for free basically because a teacher was retiring. I kind of do a system where I go to the yard sales first, and then I slide back around a different area where toward the end of the day people like to stop about 12 noonish. And I usually, when I get to at 9 o'clock hour, I kind of get a little nervous because I consider that like a danger zone in California, because that's usually when things are picked over. I live in areas with a lot of people, but I slide back around about 11, and I try. And usually when people they don't want to go to Good Deal with Goodwill, they want to get rid of as much. They're like, put all the clothes in a bag.
Yeah.
Excuse me. And if $3 or take whatever you want, they'll give you a dirt sheet. And so I do
Something's
that sometimes.
better than nothing.
Hey, it's like, pennies on the dollar. Then after do that, a typical day, then I go thrifting from about 12 till probably about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I get about 5:30 on Saturdays. And then that's my day. I come home, stop, and do other things and just, do whatever we're going to do that night or whatever. I mean, right now, there's not a lot we can do. I'm in California, so it's kind of we're in lockdown city down here, man.
Yeah. So let me ask you about those stickers real quick. Were there no sold comps that you could check to give you an idea as to what to expect?
There were sold comps, but there were sold comps, but a lot lower money. We're talking in the 20s and 30s. A lot of them were auctions because they were from the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, you can go and look at, like, when you go pop into eBay, you can go into look at Terapeak and see what's sold for the last year or so. But when you get into the listings longer than 90 days, there's not going to be a picture, so it's just going to be words. And sometimes the descriptions didn't really match up to that. And I don't have WorthPoint. I might at some point invest in it because when I probably made some mistakes over the year, but it's kind of costly, so I might do it. I don't know. I hear a lot of people that like to use it just in case they don't put quote a wrong starting bid price or a fixed price at the wrong amount. So
do you do auctions for a certain? In my opinion, I would do an auction for something that I know there's not a lot out there, but like to choose from, but there's a lot of sold. So it's like really heavy on the sold side. So it's desirable, right?
mm-hmm.
As opposed to I've got something that I can't find a whole lot of activity on. I don't really know what it's worth. I'm not going to put that at an auction because to me, there's not a lot of people out there looking for it, right? So how do you set up your auctions?
Well, the auctions, basically, the way I look at it is if you start the auction at a price that you're going to be satisfied or happy with, and it doesn't go. In the grand scheme of things, it costs you 15 cents. So 15 cents, to my mind, peace of mind is, if it sells, it doesn't sell. Then I'm about to buy it now. I have a store. So, it's the 15-cent investment. Because it's
I'm afraid that you've frozen a bit and your sound is a little technical. Well, Cannon, Jeff, you're still here. You're trying to come through, but I can't quite get you. No, I can only hear every other word, buddy. We'll give you a few seconds and see what's going to happen. So Jeff is probably going to try to come back in again. Let's drop the link there one more time. I hope he can come back in. I at least want to try to get his YouTube channel and his Instagram so that we can plug him and work on that. In the meantime, we've been live for an hour. I do not mind if anybody else wants to click on that link and we can bring you in. I'll probably give you about 5 to 10 more minutes of chit-chatting to see if anybody else wants to jump in. I also hope it's not me on the technical end. My screen and my internet seem to be looking okay. Who we got left in the chat? Anybody still here? We had a couple of conversations going on about golfing over in the Jacksonville area with Dave Diggs and Carolina Hustler. Heidi, thank you for joining us, Heidi. Yes, we're live again. Do it every now and again to try to get the community built up. And let's see here. Cannon, pick if you want to click that link and come on back in. We'll plug your YouTube channel. I'll make sure to update the description below with Cannon Picking's YouTube and social media Instagram page so that everybody can go out there and support him as well. I know that everybody in the reseller community is great. We always back people up. We always help each other. Here recently, I was able to get in touch with Amber with Out Country Sales, and she helped me to get a clock. Let's see if I can add this stream here. Check this clock out right up here. She helped me to get this cool Darth Vader clock that I could add to my eBay room. And I bought it off of her store. It wasn't something free. It wasn't a gift, but it was perfect. I saw it in her video and I reached out to her, and it hadn't even been listed yet. And she made me a great deal on this awesome Star Wars clock. And as you can tell, it fits my decor since I got the Millennium Falcon going on right there below it. But that's what I'm talking about when I say that the reseller community, we're always supporting one another, looking out for one another. And that's what we appreciate and we try to build here with the 15 minutes with friends so that we can get to know each other better, build out the subscriber base. We subscribe to one another and share and just be there on Instagram and whatnot. So, I had some really good sales today. And while we're waiting on the next guest to come in, I will go ahead and tell you guys about a cool thing Gary and I have planned for December. We're making a couple of videos, and we're going to have on our December 17th podcast a trivia question giveaway. Ultimately, the details are still being worked out, but the plan is everybody who participates in this trivia question contest will have a chance to win one of 3 boxes of resellable stuff that we picked up from thrift stores. And the first video about this is going to come out probably around Thanksgiving or shortly after, because we already went and we did the picking to make these boxes for the giveaway. And we want to basically give at Christmas, right? That's what we like to do. That's what Christmas means to us. We want to make everybody else feel appreciated. So we're going to have a Christmas giveaway here at Two Dudes Picking. And in order for you to participate in that, you'll have to be part of our live podcast and join in the chat on December 17th at 8:30 p.m. That's a Thursday. That'll be our last podcast before Christmas. And yeah, it's going to be great. It's going to be a big old reseller, eBay, mercari / trivia game. And the top 3 winners are going to get some resellable products that I'm not showing off here tonight, but I will say and tease you, they're right here on the floor behind me. And it's almost $500 worth of resellable product that you will get for free for the first, second, and third place winners. So that's where I'm going to leave it at, guys. I really, really, truly appreciate you joining us tonight. Cannon Pickens says, sorry, internet dropped. Don't worry about it, buddy. I'm going to add your YouTube channel in the description below and your Instagram as well. And hopefully that'll help bring some more support to your channel. I I really appreciate everybody who joined us tonight. And if you're watching in the replay, please subscribe to Two Dudes Picking. We really enjoy bringing you picking, thrifting, sales, hauls, videos, and teaching you things that we've learned in our part-time reseller adventure. Gary and I are two buddies that work together for a 9 to 5, and we do this part-time to make extra money so that we can fund our hobbies. He's got a Jeep he likes to work on. I got electronics I like to toy with and cell phones and stuff like that. And then just buy cool stuff for the family. So please think about subscribing to Two Dudes Picking and come on back. I really hope you guys had fun enjoying to get to know these great people. Dave with Dave Diggs, Jermaine with Couponing with Jermaine, and Jeff with Cannon Picking. Go in the description below, click their links, subscribe to their channels, and let's support each other. Y'all have a great night. Stay safe out there and have fun picking.